Joe, obviously, big milestone today. Did you know when the intentional grounding happened that you were going to get the sack and that was going to be the record?
Kinda. I wasn't sure if it would be a full sack or a half sack, or because I knew I was there and I caused the pressure, but I didn't know if there was another defender who kind of got in there as well. But after the graphic went up, it was pretty obvious.
And then, so you had the safety today to break the record, and thinking all the way back to freshman year against Michigan State, first sack then of your career was also a safety. So, sort of bookending your career like that, does that sort of make you think back on that day and sort of how that safety went down, how that sack went down to kind of start things off?
Yeah, a little bit. It's cool that I've had 3 safeties out of all the sacks that I've had. So I've always wanted to score a touchdown, but I guess I'll settle for 6 points. But yeah, it was a cool moment, and I got to get the clap going again that we did against Purdue with the fans. So it's good to kind of get people engaged and guys on the sideline hyped up. And that's always a big momentum play, is getting a safety, because our offense gets the ball back, and we went down and scored, and it's a 9-point swing in the game. So I was real excited for the guys to be able to kind of grasp momentum out of that play.
I'm sure you would have wanted to get a sack last week if possible, but being able to do it on senior day, right after being recognized with your family, how much did that mean to you?
Yeah, it was a real special moment, especially having my parents in the stands is awesome. They come to every game, but for sure to have them on the field with me to share that moment pregame and then to kind of wrap it up was I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful for my teammates for putting me in that position to succeed as well.
Just what did you think of Tanner Morgan's game?
Yeah, I thought he's a great quarterback, and to be knocked out of a game against a great opponent the prior week, and then to bounce back and play like that, I think is a testament to his strength and his toughness. They have a great attack with how they throw the ball off their run schemes, and it's tough to defend because either sucks up the linebackers or forces the D-line to kind of play the run, and it doesn't allow you to pass rush, or it makes your secondary kind of hesitant a little bit to play the run, and then it opens up gaps. So I think he played a great game and did a really good job of managing the football, driving it downfield, got it to his receivers. So I think he's a great quarterback, and excited to see what he does next week against Wisconsin.
So Minnesota had a lot of success running the ball, especially in the second half. So did you guys see anything like schematically or personnel-wise that was tough to stop?
Yeah, I mean, they brought in an extra offensive lineman as a tight end, so that at that point, they kind of run the ball downhill, and when they get going, it's tough to stop. And I think their running backs did a great job of seeing the holes and taking kind of what the defense gave them. And we didn't play as well as we could have plugging gaps. I think as a D-line, we could have gotten more push up front and allowed our linebackers to flow free, and our secondary as well to make plays. So it starts up front when they start to run the ball, and we take those yards personally that they were able to gain. So that's something we can improve on going into next week against a team that has a very good running attack as well.
Anything else for Joe? Okay, thank you very much, Joe.
Thank you, guys.
Just being out there against those 2 receivers, what was it like? I mean, obviously they had success all day.
Yeah, they're 2 good players, and they made the plays and we didn't. And I know, especially myself in particular, I didn't play well enough. And that's on me, and I know it's a team game, but I take pride in trying to be the best I can be out there, and clearly I didn't have my stuff today. And so you can put this one on me, but the beauty of it is we get to go back to practice and we get to go back to work, and I know I'm going to have that fire, especially wanting to send these seniors out right. I'm so grateful and appreciative of everything they've done for us, and just the standard that they've set. And obviously it's kind of been a roller coaster this year, but just really looking forward to trying to send them out the right way. But credit to them, like you said, 2 good players, a quarterback threw some good balls, but at the end of the day, I can go back to that first touchdown. I give too much cushion. He kind of gives me a little shake. Shouldn't happen. And then 3rd down, 3rd and 10, chance to get off the field. We're in a coverage, and I don't cover it. He gets the first down, later leads to a touchdown. And so those are things I know that I can control, and so just making sure I go back to work and just not letting that happen again. So, yeah.
Sort of off that, do you feel like it was something schematic, or is it just 2 players making?
That's just on me. And like I said, the beauty of it is we get to go back to work, and I know I have to be better, and so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do just that.
Trevor, it seemed like you drew a lot of one-on-one matchups with Bateman. Was that sort of the game plan that you were going to be on him a lot of the time?
I mean, I feel like our coaches had a great game plan for us. They put in some new wrinkles here and there to try to help on some of those RPOs, especially from linebackers and secondary. But as I said, it comes down to execution. I didn't execute. When you have a couple good players on the other side of the ball and you don't execute, that's going to happen. And so we know that we have a lot of work to do. But it's exciting, too, because we know what we're capable of. And clearly I didn't show it today, but just looking forward to getting back and getting to work.
And you talked a lot about how, you guys, or you specifically, you're taking a lot of the blame. But just looking at these two guys, Tyler Johnson, Rashad Bateman, is that the best pair of receivers you faced all season?
Yeah, I mean, they're two really good players, and they can go up, they can catch the ball. Good ball skills, just good receivers overall. But, again, I reiterate, if you go back and just watch the film, it was just there wasn't necessarily anything scheme-wise or anything like that. It was just kind of those one-on-one matchups, and unfortunately myself didn't win a whole lot of those matchups today, and that's what's going to happen when you're going against two good receivers. So credit them, but at the same time we know, and I know I have to be way better.
Anything else for Travis? Okay, thank you, Travis.
Thank y'all. God bless.
Just how do you think you played today in your first real experience?
I thought collectively as an offense we did a lot better. I thought we were able to add a little bit of an element of QB run, and I thought I did a good job in my first time. Yeah.
We haven't seen you play much. How would you describe your style as a quarterback?
I think you saw it today. I think I always try to elevate the people around me, try to get the sideline pumped up with the way I run the ball. I'll throw a block when I need to. But, it all comes down to execution, as Travis said, and it's where we need to get better to win games like this.
And then after a few quick drives, before you came in, you guys were able to flip the switch, play more confident. What did it take to see that improvement?
What did it take?
To see that improvement?
Really nothing different. I think guys we started making plays, get the momentum rolling, and then when that happens, things start opening up. Some receivers were running great routes, getting open. The offensive line was opening holes for Evan and myself, so that's really what happened.
Andrew, you had 16 carries today, ran the ball a ton. Really seemed to be looking for contact in the middle of that field. Is that something you want to be doing when you get out there? Is calling your own number and taking those carries and taking those hits?
Absolutely. I think whatever it takes to get a win, and that's what we were trying to do today. So it was working, so we kept on doing it.
And then obviously for you, just two pass attempts on this season coming into today, and one of them was, the only time you got anything against Ohio State, had the interception. How did you sort of bounce back from that over the next couple weeks of practice, trying to turn around from that one tough moment?
It's come down to preparation. That Ohio State week, probably didn't do my best job of preparing to get in that game. But, I think my mentality switch happened after that, because I knew that I needed to have an impact on this team. And, I think from there on, you just try to make others around you better, elevate yourself first, prepare and watch film, and just really communicating with the guys, because that's what's so special about our team, is the brotherhood and the team and these seniors that have led us this whole year. So that's where it happened.
Year, for the QB room so far this season in terms of TJ going down at the start. Now you've had Hunter hurt at times. Now Aiden's hurt. Does that make it, with that lack of continuity with all the injuries, does that make it a little bit tougher in practice and in preparation weeks when guys are out all the time? Or
I wouldn't say so. I think you just kind of allow yourself to execute when your number's called in practice, whether that's just the ones or twos. We all make each other better, and I feel real bad for Hunter. The kid's worked his butt off all year. He's been through some tough things, and I know he'll be back. He'll be good.
Andrew, we learned late that Hunter was the starter for the game. When did you learn that despite what the two deep said, that Hunter was going to be starting today's game?
I just leave that up to Coach Fitz.
Going in, once you saw Hunter go down, when you saw it go in, how did you feel about your preparation? Were you ready to play the game?
I felt great. Yeah, I felt really good. after that happened, stepped in and played some football, man. It's kind of what it comes down to. So.
How did it feel to be playing football?
It feels really good. I'll tell you that.
I mean, you actually looked like you were having fun.
Yeah, it was. It felt great. It's been a while since I've, had to hit a hole and see a Mike linebacker come running at me. It's been a while since you step back and you got guys in your face and you deliver a throw. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was good.
You miss those days?
I do, but I think there's some bright days ahead. So.
But you miss not having a Mike linebacker in your face.
Oh yeah. No, I would rather there not be. But yeah.
Do you think with your performance today you've earned the right to play more going forward?
It comes down to Coach Fitz. I think everything that I do throughout the week is earning that job. And today's one game. I got 2 years left. So I'm just going to continue to build on this. And I think the team will continue to build on this, the slight successes that we had. But we need to get a win next week for these seniors because they deserve it. They've been here 4 or 5 years, and they've been through the ups and downs, and these guys deserve it. So we'll come back ready to go next week.
What are you doing during the week to sort of earn those opportunities?
You play, practice. If your number's called, you take the reps. Obviously, you go through a structure throughout the week. Watching film with the receivers, watching film with the running backs, O-line. So that's just kind of where things fall in the line. And as your number gets called, you go and make it happen. So, yeah.
Anything else for Andrew? Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, guys.